sour. Caddy runs wide, out onto the sand there, loses a lot of places.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another round of the Drivers Room Sunday League, Season 5, Round 7, Tier 1. I'm your host, Kimaru, and I've forgotten to say that in the past few videos. Sorry for that. And today we are at the biggest layout of Kyoto, Yamagiwa, Miyabi, all those included, and we are in the mighty Group C Porsche. That's the Group 1. So sorry for sounding a little under the weather, but my nose and all that still hasn't recovered fully from my cold. It doesn't want to let go. So if I sound like I've got paper balls or something in my throat or my nose, you'll know why. It's that time of the year where a lot of people get sick, and this time in many years, I got sick. So now, with that out of the way, let's go down to the grid and see where everyone qualified in today's race. Starting off in pole, we have Cartman, brah! And I can't really say that with a light voice anymore, because my voice is basically ruined. We have Lionel Messi in second in the Guinness car. Too Fast for You. Mighty Munginio, the livery designer to the stars. Flapjack. We have Gary. We have Alex. John William Egan. We have DJ Rice. Speed 140. Mickey. And Mr. Driver's Room to fill up the field in the back. So, good luck everyone, and may it be a good race. Alright, we're about ready to get this show started. Round 7, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And we're off. Cartman has a good start with Lionel chasing up in the back. Lionel has to slot in behind Cartman. As we see Flapjack in third, we have Mung in fourth, and Too Fast has dropped a few positions down to fifth. Knowing from experience, these cars are insanely hard to drive, but they are super fast in a straight line. They don't have as much handling as the modern LMP1 cars, but the speed of these monsters are just, yeah, very intense. As we see them come through the hairpin, very difficult corner as well. It is a good track, this. Very wide, very big. I do love the longest layout, as we see Cartman is just running away from the field. Flapjack has gotten himself in front of Nessie. Beautiful livery from Flapjack. Coming through a very hard braking section here. Looks like everyone is able to make it through. Mung still trying to hold on to fourth. Next to Alex. John there, Too Fast. Too Fast has dropped down considerably. We have Mercer up in the 9th, Mickey in 10th, we have Speed down in 11th, and Ricey has had a very bad start and is all the way back down in 12th. As we follow Flapjack now, as they finish off lap 1. These are about 2-minute laps, so very long laps indeed. As we see, Nessie is now having to defend against Alex. Alex has gotten himself in front of Mung, same as Gary. And through the S's, this is a very difficult, fast section. Holy crap, look at the speed of these cars. As we see Alex trying to go for an inside move, but Nessie covers that off. I am sorry again for my voice. It still hasn't recovered fully from the cold, so it'll just have to be as it is. Linus is still holding off Alex and Gary. Just listen to the monsters. Just had to do that. Sorry for that. As we see Mung in 6th. He's just trying to keep up with the Turbo Boys. Turbo Boys, as they pass through to start lap 3. Gary has to go a little bit defensive against Gary. Almost 300 kilometers an hour through the S's. These cars are rapid as hell. As we see John in 7th, we have Too Fast in 8th. He's trying to get back into the top. Mercer is holding off Mickey for the moment. Mercer has had a very good start considering he started from last position. Now he just has to hold off Mickey. That Golf livery really suits the Porsche, that's for sure. We see DJ Rice there, and speed has dropped down, so he must have had a crash somewhere, and he's on racing mediums. That's not going to do speed any favors at this point. Flapjack in 2nd still. Looks to be an uneventful race for Flapjack. We have still Alex in front of Gary, and Mung is closing in on Alex and Gary as well. They just dive into the hairpin. Mung is quite eager to get past. It's a little bit difficult too when every car is up to the same spec. They have about the same top speed. Oh, as we see, Alex gets hit from behind by Gary. Gary a little late on the brakes there. Otherwise, all good. Man, these cars are fast, as we see Gary going on the inside of Alex, or at least tries. Just doesn't have enough distance on Alex just yet. But he's all over Alex's gearbox at this point. Gary's desperate to get back. Oh, Alex going very wide. It's not going to do Alex any favors at this section, as we see Gary trying to go for the outside move. Now going for the inside move. I think Gary manages to get this one, but Alex has the inside line into the next corner. Very hard, fair, clean racing. Wow, just look at how far up Alex's gearbox Gary is. He's going on the inside of the hairpin. Will it be enough room for the chicane for them both? It's going to be very dangerous. Gary backs off. He has Mung all the way up in his gearbox as well, Gary. And Mung has a penalty, but we don't have the... if you have a penalty, you can't pass rule in DRSL, as far as I know. A lot of action for fourth. We're almost forgetting about the rest of the field, but we're going to take a quick look down the field just to see. We have Too Fast in front of John. Mercer has managed to hold off Mickey. DJ has gotten himself in front of Mickey, and Speed all the way down in last. Cartman still in first. Flapjack in second. We have Linus, he's still in third. And back to the fight for fourth between Alex, Gary, and Mung. We are starting to see the tires go as we see Mung just sliding over to the hairpin there. Maybe hitting the brakes a little too hard. The downforce isn't as high on these cars as they are on the more modern Group 1s. And it looks like Alex is able to get himself a little bit away from Gary at this point. A little breathing room now from Gary, but Gary has Mung all over his backside. Three of the fastest racers now chasing each other, and Gary is in a Jack Daniels sandwich. I think Alex is using Jack Daniels livery as well. Yep, he's using a Jack Daniels-ish livery. We have Ricey now, just behind Mercer. 11 minutes almost driven. We're on our 6th lap. As we see, Ricey's trying to go on the outside of Mercer into turn 1. Makes that move stick. Mercer loses 9th, but he has Mickey all over his backside. Right up in the back door now, Mickey. Looks like Mercer is able to hold off Mickey for the moment. So we're going to go back to Gary and Mung and Alex. As we see, Mung is all over Gary's gearbox. And Mung's wear is a little bit better than Gary. This is looking to be a very intense race so far. Whoa! As we see, Mung is just, yeah, he's just all over Gary at this point. I think Mung dropped off a little bit before the hairpin there. But it's getting close. We have Too Fast coming up in the back. He's gonna want to put his foot into the fight for fourth. As we see Nessie and Flapjack and... Oh, Gary's gone into the pits already! Gary has gone into the pits already. That's... yeah, I didn't see that coming. So Mung has free reign now to try and catch up to Alex a little bit further. Let's go down and check on Ricey. Ricey's now in 8th because of Gary coming out of the pits. We have Mercer in 9th. We have Mickey going very wide through turn 1. Possibly to avoid Gary coming out of the pits. The very dangerous pit exit on the original tracks of GTS. Mickey will try to make a move on Gary, but it's going to be unnecessary. He has worse tires now than Gary. A very good moment there as we see Too Fast. We have Mung. Mung is all over Alex at the moment. Alex has used a lot of his right front. And another thing to pay attention to on this track, the tire wear is extremely high on the Kyoto tracks. A lot of heavy braking. A lot of right-hand corners. That totally destroys the tires. So unless you're very careful, it could go very, very wrong. Mung taking a lot of curb. He's got Too Fast now all over him. Oh, and Mung smashing the wall there. Not a good exit out of the chicane as we see Flapjack and Cartman going into the pits both. Will Mung dive into the pits as we see a lot of the guys now go into the pits. Mung decides to stay out. John William Egan right behind him. We have Flapjack and Cartman coming out just in front of Mung, and Flapjack slowing it down. No point in getting in these guys' way and crashing them off. Let's see if Flapjack can easily get past Mung, or if Mung is going to contest this. Don't think he is. Oh, Mung just dives right in front of Flapjack's bumper there. And John gets himself a little half-second penalty for possibly going a little too wide over the corner. Mung isn't making this easy for Flapjack. We'll give that much. But Flapjack has the inside into the back, big lefty, and gets past Mung. Alex now in front of Flapjack. Alex will have to go into the pits very shortly, within the next lap or two. His front right has really taken a beating. Mung would have been closer if he didn't smack into the wall out of this chicane. Let's hope Mung doesn't do that again. A lot of screen time for Mung today. As we see Mung and Alex and John going into the pits. We have Cartman. He has been very lucky to come out as far in front as he did of Flapjack. Linusy now back in third. Gary there in fourth. trying to chase down Line SC. Where in the hell his speed comes from, I really don't know. Too fast. Alex. We have Mung. Mung has come out in front of John again. John is doing his best to keep up with the livery designer to the stars. We have Mercer still in 9th in front of Mickey and Ricey. Very good race so far from all of the guys. As we see Speed all the way in. Speed has thrown his gloves off and decided to call this race a quit. Mercer just trying to hold off Mickey for another 12 minutes. Will he be able to do so? Or will he have to bite the sour apple, as we say in Norway, and accept defeat? He's doing a great job of holding Mickey off, but Mickey doesn't look like he's able to actually get past Mercer. Got himself a little breathing room from Mickey now. As we see Alex in 6th, we have Mung there in 7th. Still in front of John. We see Gary is closing in a little bit on Nessie. Nessie's probably hoping that someone will take him out, but there's no one near to do so. Little joke there. Nessie doesn't like to be under pressure, I think. But he's doing a good job so far. Just don't make any mistakes, and 3rd might belong to you. Flapjack and Cartman has been pretty much undefeatable and unchallenged so far in today's race, and they've done a very good job to stay in front. Mung is still trying to stay away from John and keep his 7th. We have Mickey in front of Mercer. It happened while we looked at the others. Sorry for that. Mercer doesn't look willing to let this go. He does want to fight. Like I said before, these cars are quite difficult to drive, lower downforce and all that than modern cars. They do require a little bit more concentration to drive. As we see, Mercer is a little bit laggy. It's going to be a little bit disconcerting for Ricey. As we see Mung there again, just staying out of reach from John. I think he is starting to catch up a little bit to Alex. Still has a long way to go. Mung is really pushing the car to its limits, as we see John fishtailing a little bit there. Back to the fight for 9th. So we see the trio still unchanged in the positions right now. I think Ricey's a little bit closer to Mercer. Oh, whoa, what? What was that, Mickey? Mickey is starting to get away from Mercer, though. We have Ricey closing in on Mercer. Will this be where Ricey gets past Mercer? Not yet. Mercer still able to hold off Ricey. Come back to Mung. Mung is catching up to Alex. So I think, yeah, Alex's tires are starting to die off a little bit. Mung's tires are looking a lot better at this point. We could see an overtake opportunity from Mung. As we see, Gary is closing in a little tiny bit to Nessie, but not by a lot. Mung is closing in on Alex. And we have Mercer still in front of Ricey. Mercer's doing a hell of a job just to keep Ricey behind. Will this be the moment where Ricey gets past Mercer on the outside? But Ricey breaks earlier than Mr. Driver's Room. And actually loses a lot more ground up to Mercer. He has a lot of work to do again. Doesn't look like much, but he really does have a lot of work. No, he caught that back up quite fast, actually. As we see, Mung is closing in on Alex. Mung is on the hunt. Very eager now to get past Alex, I think. Looking at Alex's tires, they have pretty much had enough at this point. As we see, Mung is closing in. Alex is struggling. Mung can feel it. Mung is on the move. Monk can feel that sixth is within his grasp. Mong wants this. Now, just to get past someone on this track with these cars, not that easy. Especially when we have two drivers of equal pace and skill. Mong trying to go inside of the hairpin. And Mong has the move done. Looks like Mong is in front of Alex. Will Alex yield? Alex is behind Mong. Beautiful overtake from Mong. Very, very, very beautiful from Mong. He'll just have to keep it now for 2 more minutes. I think Alex's tires are so dead at the moment, he just has to worry about getting the car home. Let's go down to Mercer, as we see Mercer is still in front of Ricey. Ricey hasn't been able to make a move yet, and he hasn't been able to close in too much. Tire wear sort of same between the two. Mickey. Let's take a look at Nessie and Gary. Nessie still able to hold off Gary as the two come up to start their final lap. No rest for the wicked today, as we see Gary has used a lot more tires than Nessie. So Linus, he just has to hold on for yeah, just under a lap more. Gary's not going to make that easy though. He's going to be on Nessie's butt. One small error, and Gary will just slowly pass through with the cappuccino in his hand. One arm on the wheel, one on the coffee cup. And I think Gary might have done a little bit of a mistake through the hairpin, making it so that Nessie is able to keep the safe distance. And Cartman has dropped off a little bit, just slowing the pace down a little bit, I think. And Flapjack has just given it his everything to catch up. Nessie still able to hold off Gary. We're going to follow Cartman to the finish line. A very good, uneventful race for Cartman. Maybe a little bit boring with no action, but he certainly did his job today. Good drive from Cartman, very good drive. Good drive from Flapjack as well. As we see, Nessie has done extremely well just to stay ahead of Gary. So a good job for Nessie and Gary as well. We have Too Fast coming up there. Great drive from Too Fast. A good drive from Mong as well. Dropped down a few positions. Good job to Alex and John. We have Mickey in front of Mercer and Ricey. Very good drive from them as well, even though they are a little bit further down the field. So thank you all for watching so much, and come back next week. Bye bye.